He lost. Napoleon had lost. His troops were fleeing in droves around him. Napoleon got on his horse and rode as fast as he could all night, stopping at an inn to write 2 letters and 2 official accounts of what had just happened. Even in the utter chaos and destruction, he still wrote, "All is not lost, and above all, show courage and firmness." Napoleon had lost almost 30,000 men, and his allies around 25,000. He'd left almost all of his artillery and a large number of prisoners on the field. As much as he tried to make a show that he could somehow bounce back from this crushing defeat, there was no coming back. On the 21st of June, Napoleon reached Paris, and those that were closest to him were shocked and worried that he had left his army, knowing that this would make him incredibly vulnerable. But first, he needed a bath, and then he would call his ministers. When they met an hour later, Napoleon told him he needed to be granted dictatorial powers to be able to save France from invasion, and that the best way to do this would be for the Chamber of Representatives and the Senate to agree to invest him with said powers. But this time, the tide had turned against Napoleon. Some were calling for him to be deposed. Some were saying he should abdicate in favor of his son. Others wanted Napoleon to prorogue the chambers and just seize dictatorial power and declare that France was in danger. Even as the chambers met and were readying to force him to abdicate or possibly depose him, Napoleon said, "Whatever they do, I shall always be the idol of the people and the army. I only need to say a word and they would all be crushed." And even in this moment, people were still willing to fight for and with him. Workers and soldiers were just outside calling out that they were ready to take up arms. That evening, a flurry of advice came in. His family came in begging him to abdicate, some still pushing him to act, some said to flee to the United States. The United States prospect had a glimmer of promise. Napoleon contacted his banker to see if he did go, whether he could have enough money available to him there against a promissory note that was issued in